Death Valley Clemson Memorial Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Death Valley. The tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. On the run, it's Lacey. There he goes. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll give it on the counter. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he won't make it to the marker. Stonewall for the 2nd straight play. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Wants to throw. It's Reynolds. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Might be changing the route. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Breaks into the open. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. Maybe didn't have the defense they expected, and they'll call a timeout here on 4th and 1. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. The offense changing the play. Back to pass, it's Reynolds. Looking to the big tight end. Complete in the middle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
You know, Clemson football is at its best when they've got that guy at the helm that can be a playmaker. And Cade Klubnik had some of those flashes, right? Like going to the college football playoff the year before. But Clemson returning back to humanity a year ago. Not a good season for them. And Jesse, they didn't go out and get the 5-star commit in the portal. They didn't go out and pay a lot of money. They believe in developing it through high school and the guys they brought in.
Is it the guy? Because you mentioned it, David, and you're so right. When they had Deshaun Watson or they had Trevor Lawrence, they were the guy. They were the guy that took this offense, took this entire team to a national championship caliber level. They were true alphas at the quarterback position, and now we're going to find out if this new guy is the guy.
Running inside, it's Davidson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback Keith, knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. The run inside. It's Davidson. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for space, it's Lacey. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Rebels decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Reynolds. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to throw it again, and why not? They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Wide open downfield. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
And when you start to develop a feel as a tight end that you can feel the zones and the holes, man, you start to become unstoppable. Nice job. QB on the same page, sees his tight end break towards the sidelines, finds the hole in the zone, delivers a strike. Nice completion, nice communication there without saying a word.
Wants to throw again. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. And after a nice gain, the runner just scoots out of bounds.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
To the air, it's Reynolds. Here's a heat. He'll try to do it himself. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Davidson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Back to pass on second down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And I guess he didn't watch the tape from a week ago, because when you threw at this guy last week, he made big plays. He had 2 picks a week ago. They try him early in this football game, and it's the exact same result. You better be wary when you go after that young man.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacy. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end. covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does you...
Turning on the Jets. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back.
And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Running inside, it's Lacey. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Clemson calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ncaa if they can stop them on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. Upstairs to make the catch. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
It's a scoreless game, but it feels like after that completion, that may finally break. It's been tough sledding for both of these offenses. That time, they had the matchup they wanted. They took the...
Finding some room. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
Oh, what a great play call. Sneak in the draw. The defense clearly thinking pass, flying up the field. No, sir. A little handoff, a little sneak attack. Great play call.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's third and goal and third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Rebels! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to pass. It's Reynolds. Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Caught on the left side by Wesco. Now the Tigers will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Makes the catch. It's Davidson. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. A built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
To the air on first down. Puts it out of the air. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Looking downfield, it's Reynolds. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Off the bench, arm loose, but the first one is incomplete.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. One more snap coming before halftime. The run inside. It's Lacey. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at SMU taking on the Kennesaw State Owls.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the... Breaks free, and he might be gone. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Rides the option, he keeps it. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davidson. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll take it on the return. He gets a block. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Rebels offense is back on the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Play action on first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Makes one-man miss. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And we talked about this guy coming in the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Looking for more room. The 40. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Clemson. And they turn it into a defensive score.
That is a critical error by the quarterback at a critical juncture of the game, right, David? This thing's already close, and it's the smallest mistake that could make the difference. That pick 6 certainly hurts his team, but there's a lot of football left, a lot of time left. You've got to be resilient as a quarterback. You have to be able to turn the page and get back out and attack with confidence.
You made a mistake. You're exactly right. We got to flush this. We got to move on. Obviously, the crowd goes nuts. The fans are all into it. The other side's energized. Now you got to go get your head together. Go watch the clip, see what happened. What did I do wrong? You got to get out there and go fix it because you still got a chance to win this ball game.
So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They feed him again. And And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Out of the shotgun on third down. It's complete to the left. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Looking downfield on first down. Throws for the tight end. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, I did not have this in my bingo card, guys, but being one of the most talented quarterbacks in college football, to be under 50% completions in this game, nobody saw that coming. He has not been able to find his rhythm, and he looks frustrated.
Gain of 2 on the play sets up 3rd and 8. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. The give to the back. Might have a chance. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
Well, this offense, they started the drive with great field position. They're being methodical here. They're not hitting the home run necessarily and scoring these big explosive touchdowns, but they're getting third down conversions. They're staying on the field. They do a nice job there running the football. They look like they're in control. That's a good sign.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Wants to fire on second down. Caught! Touchdown, Rebels! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So that drive covered 40 yards, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give on the counter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Running inside, it's Davidson. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. 1 quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So we open the final period with a third down play. Quarterback making adjustments. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unleashes one. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davidson. Turning down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Going for 6. Touchdown, Tigers! They've got the lead here in the 4th. The Tigers are back on top.
Man, this is wild. Late in the game, we're seeing two heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Looking to throw on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Oh, man, and that's a big interception late in this game. And listen, I know you're trying to go vertical with the 4 verts, but so did the defense. Great job staying deep, playing the football in the air, and forcing the ginormous turnover.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of 1st downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Finds his man. It's Moore. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
And you're seeing the best version of this guy this week, right? We know he threw 2 picks a week ago. We talked to him. He said it was a game he wanted to put behind him and just get refocused. You are seeing when he brings his A game to the park, he helps this offense be completely dynamic.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. They'll start this drive with a pass. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. The Rebels in the hurry up. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Rushes on him. And it's picked off for the third time today. There's a little room there. And with the pick six. Touchdown, Tiger.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Ready to send the offense onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. They'll start this drive going to the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
The defense thought in this game they were going to have an opportunity to pick some passes off. What a great job. Down deep in the opponent's territory, he jumps the route, he intercepts it, and returns it now inside the 5-yard line, setting his offense up in beautiful field position.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. Wide receiver going in motion. Tight end finds a soft spot. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, that's a good job by this defense. Great job being physical, penetrating, getting in the backfield, third and goal, expecting run, getting in there, and now forcing a decision for this offense, forcing the fourth down and goal.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Pocket breaking down. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
With the run on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Picked off to stop the threat. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The run inside. It's Lacey. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And I think the defense kind of understood what was coming. Back-to-back possessions where this offense threw interceptions, like they're going to want to get the run game going, and they were ready for it. Great job fitting the gaps and making good, solid tackles.
Bring in the heat. A sack.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Takes the handoff. It's Davidson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Might as well stick with him. And they'll bring type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly.